In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 29, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Marlins versus Boston Red Sox. The Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox meet Thursday in MLB action from Fenway Park. This will be the finale in a 3-game series. The Marlins took a blowout win in the opener. Then on Wednesday, Miami kept it up with a 4-run victory. The Marlins are 6-1 in their last 7 in Game 3 of a series and 21-8 in their last 29 overall. Miami is 15-7 in their last 22 Thursday games. Meanwhile, Boston is 80-38 in their last 118 versus the National League East and 40-19 in their last 59 at home versus a lefty starter. The over is 7-1 in Boston's last 8 Thursday games. The Red Sox come into this matchup last in the American League East, but they are over .500 at home this year. Miami has played very well this year, and they are second in the National League East. Miami is starting Jesus Luzardo, who has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 3 of his last 4 starts. Boston is starting Brayan Bello, who has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his last 5 starts. Bello is 2-0 in his last 3 outings with just 4 earned in 20.2 combined innings. As for Luzardo, he's given up just 2 earned in his last 13 frames. On Wednesday, Boston had 1 bad inning scoring-wise, but the pitching staff had a tough evening overall. I like the Sox to bag a W in the finale and avoid the sweep though, so the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Miami entered Wednesday's action having seen the under post a 41-36-3 mark in their opening 80 games of the season. The Marlins are 24th in the majors in runs per game as they average 4.08 runs per contest, though that declined to 4.26 runs per game on the road. Miami's average total this season is 8.23 runs per contest, while that number rockets up to an average of 8.64 runs per game as the visiting team. Boston has seen the over post a 44-35-1 record in their 80 games entering Wednesday's action. The Red Sox are 7th in runs per game as they average 4.94 per contest this season, and that rockets up to 5.75 runs per game at Fenway Park. Boston has an average total of 9.73 runs per game on the year, and that climbs to 11 runs per game at home this season. Both guys have been pretty sharp in recent outings, which helps keep this game's score remain below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus Toronto Blue Jays. This Thursday night matchup features the final game of the 3-game series between the San Francisco Giants traveling to take on the Toronto Blue Jays at home. These teams split the first 2 games of the series, so the Giants will look to take the series win in the rubber match. The Giants have yet to decide who will start Game 3 for them, while the Blue Jays are giving right-hander Chris Bassitt the start for Game 3. The Blue Jays have the luxury of being at home for this series, and having won Game 2 to split the series, I believe they will continue on to win Game 3 and the series. The Giants struggled to string together hits in Game 2 after facing a series of different relievers, so expect Chris Bassitt to throw 4 or 5 innings and to be followed by a variety of arms out of the pen. The batters for the Blue Jays should outpace the injury-riddled Giants, who see little to no production outside of a handful of hitters. The Blue Jays have won 3 of their past 4 games. The San Francisco Giants still have to announce a starting pitcher, but I don't care for this matchup. Chris Bassitt has been respectable with his 4.32 earned run average and 1.21 WHIP, and he's at his best at home, where he has a 2.72 earned run average. The Toronto Blue Jays offense has also come to life over the last week, finally showing what it's capable of when guys are seeing the ball well. So the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. The Giants have yet to announce who will start the game for them, which means we will either see a reliever as an opener or else a starter. Either way, it should be a subpar pitcher that will be susceptible to runs scored. The Blue Jays give Chris Bassett the start, who has also struggled on the season, posting a 4.32 earned run average and a 1.21 WHIP in his first couple starts. Bassett gave up 4 runs in 5 innings in his previous outing against the Athletics. Expect this to be a high-scoring game with a considerable amount of runs scored by both teams given the pitching matchup and how offense-oriented both teams are. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers versus New York Mets. A pair of National League teams finish up an early week series on the diamond in search of a win in the Big Apple. The Milwaukee Brewers are on the road as they close out a 4-game series with the New York Mets Thursday night. Milwaukee is 0-4 in their last 4 Thursday games and 5-1 in their last 6 games against the National League East. The under is 9-1 in Milwaukee's last 11 Thursday games. New York is 35-17 in their last 52 Thursday games and 3-8 in their last 11 home games. The under is 4-1 in New York's last 6 games. Milwaukee is 6-1 in these two teams' last 7 head-to-head meetings. The Mets have certainly been hard on the wallets this season, but so too have the Brewers of late, and their recent run of form is massive cause for concern. Their weaknesses are finally being exposed as the offense continues to struggle to put up runs while the pitching has been up and down with no steady balance recently. Scherzer has been his steady self, and though maybe not as downright dominant, is still such a smart pitcher that he knows how to pick apart his opponent. All but one of the Mets' wins behind a Scherzer start have been by at least 2 runs and have an average margin over victory of 3.6 runs per game. This is the spot where you need a guy like Max Scherzer to come in and dominate, as he has in a couple of his recent outings. The Mets haven't hit the panic button, but the cover has been lifted and the Mets are becoming concerned, to put it nicely. I've just had a hard time nailing down what we're going to see from the Brew Crew game to game, but Hauser's given up runs in bunches this season, and I look for this game to be no different. So the New York Mets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Milwaukee entered Wednesday having seen the under post a 42 to 33 to 4 mark in their 79 games this season. The Brewers are tied for 25th in the majors in runs per game with an average of 4 runs a night, though that number drops down to 3.74 runs per game on the road. Milwaukee has an average total of 8.32 runs per contest, and that number drops slightly to 8.1 runs per game on the road. New York went into Wednesday's action with the under holding a 40 to 34 to 5 mark this season. They are ranked tied for 14th in the majors with 4.51 runs per game on the year, and that number drops at Citi Field as they put up an average of 4.18 runs per contest. Their average total entering Wednesday is 9.19 runs per contest, and that falls to 8.36 runs per game at Citi Field. Both teams have their issues offensively, and with Scherzer on the mound, the Brewers struggle more than usual. This game winds up falling short of the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.